All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
All right, let's try this out. Damn, hang on here, Tom.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage.
Oh, put that shit on the field again. I dare you.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Fuck that nigga.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open that 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Going to throw again. They'll roll him out right. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
About 10 racks in this motherfucker.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Raven first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time. The defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everything up, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. You go take. You got take.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones.
Oh, my God.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
Terrible,
a big run there by Jones. 54 yards on the ground.
Wowzers.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You got him, Trey? All right, here you go, buddy.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Look at this score, 83 points on this man. What the fuck?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm getting out the gate.
He's immediately taken down from the scrimmage. Call no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Come on, man. Shit, corner is in.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Bang, 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 bang. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. That's right.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Play fake. Winston. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Slam, slam. Hey, stop. Let's go. Check. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete.
Right.
Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're over 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Jesus. Shit is terrible, man. I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And we didn't recover. We let Bush recover, right? And he goes score. Okay,
and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. We're scoreless after one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ready. Black 25. Even. Tighten up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Ronald Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And
that makes the 54-yard on his first run. He broke a 44-yarder for a touchdown. It's out of 2 dives.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll look bad for me.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 79 yards.
At this point,
as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And I missed it. Yay!
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker. Like to not play the
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
At the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Wait. Check curls.
Here's Winston. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, Winston. And it'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Well, they try to sweep to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Check 52. Watch the safety creep.
Here we go, even.
On third down, Winston.
No shot.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burke. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there to first down.
Bro, you stop, man. Stop, bro.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Come on. Sunday. Green, 17. Switch it.
Now Winston. Going top shot for Smith-Schuster. And he knocks it away, and it falls incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Flip it. Alert 3.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Don't be scared of it.
Jameis to throw it. Caught by Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, man, it's the last season. Look like on the wild side. You going to go for 3? Come on, cuz.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get the line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Wait, at least a factor of 5. How about 10 racks in this motherfucker?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Okay.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down.
Man, come on, man. Catch him on the backside with a linebacker.
In this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Corny. I don't even have a play call that's going to get me.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. They complete it to Hill.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and prove for it with Jackson.
Are you serious, man? This shit got bad at the line.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. Always got some breathing room. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a
he got Bush
first.
out of the box, too. Thank you.
1st down, and it's Hill again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 16, Jackson, and he fires one incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Oh, my God, man. My God, bro. Like, it makes no sense.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Check 15. Check 15.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I bought 10 racks in this burger. Lana. Whoop. Put the wrong nigga in the spot, boy.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Okay? Undercrush. Undercrush. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Keep it up. Keep it up. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the pass. Mike's 54.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught for the 2
need to go that way.
And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
I bought 10 racks in this motherfucker. Yeah. All right, so I guess, running the ball was the only thing that worked.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Gotta get used to using the safety.
I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Crazy how that shit went for 100 yards out of 2 plays out of this shit, bro. That shit's kind of insane.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Winston.
Ball out.
Incomplete.
Ball out.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Back lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging on them back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And down to the 11. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, a run for Hill. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Justice Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Hey.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here. It's been my observation. It's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Here's Winston.
35, boy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Back, back, back. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
They'll go with Jones. Oh, nice move. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
I mean, I gave you the
right now is a 13-point game. As we see you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out here on my game. Kick coverage. Target.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board.
This is insane how good the blocking is.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series.
In the box. Not in the box, technically, because I'm there.
That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
From the 27, Winston.
Wow, he has Worker and did not look the damn
midfield. Mark him down at
That's
the
insane.
22 yards there.
He has Worker, but did not work this route.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
Crazy,
a lot
man.
of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Winston now to throw on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Exit. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Record.
It's a dumbass play call.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from. He said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Jackson operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Buddy up. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Blitz.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
65. Check the backer. Hey, watch it.
Jackson will throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
You better be afraid of me. Rush in.
To throw again is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
I can't do that shit, man. I don't know what to do, bro. I can't scramble.
If you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start the next drive, or no? You just throw that out
block, big fella.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, hey, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 24, Winston. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Winston now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Hey, stop.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I be wanting to try other shit, bro, but I just don't want to give up touchdowns. It's really is. Comes down to it.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Ready.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long.
Let's convert. Sponge. No. Wait. Twist. Watch the twist.
To throw is Winston.
He fell.
And he's going to go down again.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
I be trying to figure out, like, why don't they put the backups
The
in
Steelers send out their punter
special
now,
teams, bro? Like,
as he's on to punt for the 4th
these
time
linebackers that
tonight.
are doing nothing should be playing special teams. And
And the kick's away as he
I
angles
want my
this one
starting
for the
pass rush all
sideline.
out here.
And this one will
Playing
not be
special teams. I
returnable
want my
as it sails
sub-linebacker
out of
playing special
bounds.
Make it make sense, madam. Oh, my goodness.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
All day, baby. Short. Yo. Check Mike 54. I got him.
Mike's 5'4".
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Okay. That's it. I'm coming after you. Joker. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Let's get it up.
From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Check. Crunch. Get it on. West. Mike 55. They're coming.
Damn it, I couldn't. Oh, I was trying to wait
Defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Jackson from the shotgun. And Thomas has it. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line.
First down, Raven.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As the Ravens push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Carlson now to add the extra point. And now it's blocked.
Man, you know what, man? I swear for the Lord, man. Like,
and now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, the 30, 20. But he'll get no further as he's brought down inside the goal line.
I don't attempt another kick until the end of the third quarter. And what happens? Well, fucking block. Okay.
It's no good.
Okie dokie, madam.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet
McDokey.
that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked. Because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Damn, 7 sacks, huh? That's tough. It's tough noogies, man.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here I come again. 25. Check 25. Kill.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He sets to fire deep. Inside the 30.
So we can go for it. I can sit it on. Okay, man. Got it. Cool.
Smith-Schuster, 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us.
Oh, my God, bro. The man just met in the bag the entire game. He throws up a streak.
Sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man.
Good job, man. 20.
And it worked really well for them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
It's a damn shame.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Oh, let's have some fun.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson out to his left.
Oh, he gave me that block.
Across the 45. Wow. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Now Jackson on 1st down. Underneath here to Hill.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown.
Watch I lose that 1st down. Watch I don't have enough for a 1st down right there.
It sets up a 3rd down.
Of course, Madden. Thank you. You're so kind.
You're able to hit the receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Switch. Check 31. Shoot. Watch out. Hey, drop.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Cover 2 is bad, bro.
Marquise Brown.
You didn't know.
His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Carlson on for the PAT.
And he missed it.
Can you believe it? He misses another one. His third so far.
I despise playing in the rain in this game, bro. Like, it's so fucking scripted.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Every kick that's not perfectly 100% power, 100% accuracy has to be a miss. Every single one, bro. Like,
the Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that
come on, man.
You got to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. And he'll be
I'd have
hit
picked that
as
shit
he
if you see that
releases
86.
it,
That's
and
mine.
that'll fall incomplete.
Another
incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Jim. Alert flare.
On 3rd down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
They say O-line don't matter.
First kick, 47.
The
This
regular
one
ass
looks
pass
good as
rusher right there,
well.
boyo. Oh, man.
It's a 49-yard punt, 8th on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Daniel.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever...
It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 55 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I thought I missed that one too, bro. Oh, no. Good job, Madden.
Up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I'm winning by 30, and I'm disgusted with this game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
On the right side of the field, what's traveling left? Come on, man. In what world, bro? Like, in what fucking world does that ever make sense to scramble left and throw a comeback on the right sideline, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man.
First downs and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I may have just paused the game and had a fucking aneurysm. Guarantee it.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Big edge.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
He caught the fucking player touchdown.
And then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
What do you mean,
brackets, double,
have you not been watching the game?
Man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Stop here, D. X3, 218, chopper. Hey, zoom. Mike 41. Get that quarterback. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Britton looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I don't want him to do that shit.
6-6, bullet high. Shit. Check. Rock it. Go.
Throwing again. Britton.
He fell. It ain't there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now,
that receiver fell,
that's
bro.
a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
That
Hands
is
on
so
hips,
fucking
hands
bad,
low.
bro.
It's
The
just been
rain
a struggle
affects
from the start.
way
Yeah, this
too
team has been
much
thoroughly
in
beaten
this
right from the
game.
word go.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Britton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Bolton rocks in this motherfucker.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. Why don't you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part,
this is taken and it's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion.
Oh, my God, that's
first and 10
hilarious,
just
bro.
outside the 30.
That shit is fucking funny to me.
22, jet, cover. 22.
Oh, you gonna switch? Damn it!
At 25 to Mike. We're going 25. Ball trot. It's our field. Hey, it's our
I'm gonna drag. Okay.
At 25 to Mike. We're going to go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left.
Yo,
and he is
Hollywood ran a comeback and then ran off the damn field,
They'll
bro.
wind up getting right about 4
Can't wait to see
there
that
on the
shit in replay.
scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Cannot wait to see that shit in replay, bro. The man
when you're
took
playing
off.
defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on
Down.
a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, complete to Bryant. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Let's go now. 70 ending. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They complete it to Hill. Oh, now it's
Of
free.
course he's spamming the strip button so he gets the strip.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like
spamming the strip button,
baseball.
so he has
Guys
to get
at
the
bat,
strip, right?
people are on base in scoring position.
Okay,
One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Laughable,
And this will
man.
probably
This
be the
game
final
is
play before the
fucking
2-minute warning.
laughable, man.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking end zone,
Red
but it's
zone threat my ass.
incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and
Red zone
forcing the
threat my butt
incompletion.
cheeks,
Yeah, Coach
buddy.
Ford would have loved that play.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Face down from a lot.
He is
Damn
gonna be
DB in the
stopped
slot.
cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Operating from the gun. Branch looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 26-yard.
That's funny. I can actually get that benefit on goddamn kicks.
The kick
Okay.
by Carlson is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead
That's
that's
funny.
already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great
Funny,
look at
the
that
other guy was
scoreboard.
open.
Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Looking to throw. Britton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've
Sack
absorbed
this
in this
nigga
game is
10
absolutely
times?
extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Britton.
Oh, he baited
He'll find
me.
Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's about average. I'm averaging giving up 8 yards per play on
And
that.
defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd.
All right.
Here we go. Check 3. Check on the ball. Check on the ball. Fight.
From the gun, Britton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Yeah, because I can't get a slot, but I can get a DPI. Good
It's a
job.
touchdown, but multiple flags down, so
Good
let's sort
job.
this out. And yes,
Good job,
they
Madden.
want the points, so
That's
they will
nice.
decline the penalty.
Ball
No
floated up
question
there for
there.
48
Don't think they
years.
spent a couple seconds mulling over what the
I get a damn
Why
DPI.
they asked the
Gotcha.
sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Hey, good job. There goes my perfect QBR.
Ready, break.
41's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
On 1st and 10, Britton, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Thomas the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at that weird-ass transition, man. This game, man, is disgusting. It is fucking disgusting.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel,
Leo. Buzz.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, lock it. Hey, wahoo.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Operating from the gun. Britton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
GG, boy.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Ravens, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
A 140 QBR. We just had to throw a fucking pick at the end. Damn, son. Oh, Jameis is a superstar since when? Cut that shit out. Lamar went off for $150. 386 and 5 touchdowns. 150 yards rushing in the touchdown. Bruh. Stop it. Somebody out. All sacks, yep. User right here. User sack with the safety. Oh, Jared Wilson's first game back with the team. Well, technically second game back, but last week was a 7. Sack and a pick. User. No pass deflections, no forced fumbles. Nobody scored a tutty on defense. All right.